I'm Lily, and I'm 15. My parents are vegans. My mom, Susanne, was raised in a vegan family and is used to eating non-animal foods since childhood. My dad, John, chose a path himself when he was a teenager. Let me tell you more about vegans. To make you understand, veganism is not just a form of vegetarianism. It's about saying no to exploitation and cruelty to animals. Vegans see it as their lifestyle. My parents have been teaching me veganism since I was a little kid. Back then, they already knew bunches of recipes based on allowed foods. Mom and Dad did their best to make sure I stay away from meat. They would even make up scary stories. Mom would turn off the TV every time there was an ad demonstrating steaks, kebabs, or fast food. They used to lecture me a lot about the harm of meat and human cruelty. I believed them and had a hostile attitude towards meat. When I turned 13, weird things began to happen. When I and my friends met up for lunch after school, they ate whatever food they wanted, and I had to eat whatever I brought from home. I had to restrain myself because sometimes I stared at their food longer than I was supposed to. They seemed to be enjoying it so much. Their food also smelled delicious. Finally, I stopped having lunches with them as I really wanted to try something they ate, and I felt guilty about it. I was not supposed to eat that food, and that's it. Since then, I began to behave differently. My conscience had long fought with my curiosity and was finally defeated. Without telling my parents, I began to study information about meat, benefits, harm, meat foods to start with, and delicious meals to try. Every time I thought about meat, I felt hungry. But I didn't understand what eating meat was about. I only saw other people's enjoyment, and these people seemed happier than me. When I, as I thought, got sufficiently informed, I decided to go out and try meat. I went to a shopping mall after school. They had a food court on the last floor. It was crowded with people, and they were in good spirits. I will finally try what millions of people eat every day, I thought. I came up to the most attractive kiosk and bought myself a hamburger. Everything was going well, but the most important step was still to be made. It was time to try. Suddenly, I felt scared, as if someone was standing nearby and yelling at me, demanding I stop being a fool and go home. That was my conscience. It was on my way again, but I had to brace myself. I've come here to enjoy this wonderful hamburger, I thought, and it looked yummy. I tried to ignore the thoughts invading my head and started eating. I'll never forget the taste of my very first hamburger. It was a great experience. I had no words to express how delicious it was. A wonderful thing like this had been hidden from me for so many years. Fortunately, I saved enough money and had sufficient amount on me to buy one more thing: a cheeseburger. It was all that my stomach could accommodate. I got so energetic. I felt so much better than before. Coincidentally, I forgot to wash my face and hands. Mom was home that day. When I came back, my smell told her everything. I made the entire house smell. It was impossible to go unnoticed. Mom gave me a severe look, and I was terrified. She began to scold me. It was not surprising. I burst into tears, and she told me to stay in my room until Dad comes. I knew it would be hard for them to understand, but I had to explain my point of view. I stopped sobbing and went to the kitchen to talk to my mom. I prepared a speech and explained everything. I told her I had the right to decide whether to be vegan or to eat meat. It doesn't mean that I want to harm animals. I just like meat. I have my own opinion, and that does not necessarily have to be the same as yours. At first, my mom was mad, but little by little she calmed down. I felt relieved. She said we had to wait for Dad to come and discuss the situation together. When Dad came home, Mom immediately told him what happened. Dad got angry, but I defended my point of view. I didn't raise my tone, and I listed one fact after another. People are free to choose principles to follow. I'm grown up enough to decide for myself. I will suffer if you prohibit me from eating meat. I knew that my parents wished me well. That's why, despite their own beliefs, they accepted my position. I feel so much better now, and as before, I enjoy eating together with my friends at the school cafeteria. My parents no longer condemn me. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Share your stories in the comments.